Hi everyone, Happy New Year. I'm Kathy Schmidt, the Backyard Stamper, and I am so excited to be able to show you the Stampin' Up's January through April mini catalog and the celebration catalog tonight. I have been busy making lots and lots of samples. I've got some swap cards to show you, so hopefully you will be inspired. So I'm going to end up going through a lot tonight, and hopefully I won't go too fast. But if I am, please just let me know. And I'll be watching the comments, so hopefully, let me know you're here with a comment, like and share my video. That always helps me. Hi, Christina and Janet. Thank you so much for popping on. And we will get started. So I thought I'd go through the mini catalog first. And so for the catalogs, we've got the celebration one, the mini catalog, the scrapbooking brochure, and online exclusives. So there are a lot of new products that have come out on January 7th. And I'm going to show you some of them, and hopefully that will inspire you as much as it has inspired me. All right, so let me just make some room here on my desk. All right, and I've got my pages marked, and I have little notes to myself. And hopefully this will move right along. All right, so the beginning of the catalog shows some new kits that they've come out with, and these are the January kits. That's called Birthday Bash, I think. Now I forgot. Hold on, I've got it on my list. And all right, so it is called, let's see here, let's see. Well, one of you guys knows. It's the birthday, I'm going to call it the Birthday Bash. I know there's a bash, and there's two kits that go with it. One is a card making kit, and the other is gift packaging, so you get matching gift bags and gift card holders. So it's really cute. You can have a whole birthday party kit making birthday bash. So these cards are nice though. They get the candles, the ice cream cones, and these beautiful balloons, which you can't tell from the catalog, but it's holographic, so it's shiny, which is always fun. Is the sound okay, ladies? I just want to make sure I'm not blasting anybody out. All right, the next pages, we've got some kits. And I'm telling you, I've been around with Stampin' Up! For a while, and the kits have just become better and better. I mean, they are phenomenal compared to the way they were. So I wanted to show you a couple that came out in November. So this Nature's Painting Kit is a watercolor. Oh, thanks, Janet and Christina. It's a watercolor kit. So this is printed on watercolor paper. So you can use this as one of those doodling journals and use your colored pencils, watercolor pencils, doodle away while you're watching television or whatever. And then when you're ready, you want to separate it from the book, because especially if you're using water. Now you can use your blender pen too. You can fill the paintbrush, the aqua painter, with water, or you can use it with a container of water off to the side. It really is your preference. Sometimes I find that too much water comes out when you have it in the barrel, but it could be because I'm squeezing it. So, it's kind of like you just got to get used to it. But so this is a great kit. And the other one is the layered landscaping kit. Oh, and let me just tell you, all the kits come with instructions. So it has ideas for coloring and instructions on how to do it. So the Nature's, or that was the Nature's Paintings kit, and it's $25. So the layered landscapes, I don't know if you guys got this one, but these are gorgeous. So the kit makes 4 of these pictures, and I'll show you on this one. This one's really, you can see they're 3-dimensional. So you can see how it's layered and layered and layered. It comes with a really nice frame. The frame has a stand-up part, a nice hook already attached, and there's just different scenes. And the frame is nice. So I suggested to people, you know, before Christmas, is you can get one box and then make each frame and give each one as a gift, or give the whole kit as a gift. My son lives out in Nevada, so this reminded me of him, but we live in New Hampshire, so this kind of reminded me of that. So this is a good one. I love it. And I have a set made up decorating my cubicle at work, and then I have some down in my studio too, so really nice. And I thought the price point of $25 after I saw the frame and stuff was just great. All right, so let's see what else we've got here. Okay, so the mix and match section. First of all, Stampin' Up! Started last spring. Oh, I think so, Janet, because let me show you on the kit. So it comes, each section, it comes, I can just take it apart and show you. That would be easier. Okay, so I'll take the backing off here. There we go. I might have glued some in. I did. Okay, so each section, you know, it comes already with the pieces, so you can see each layer has the pieces. The directions tell you where to put your dimensionals, because you want to make sure you don't like put them so they show on the next one. And I actually added even more dimensionals than what they said, but each picture comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 layers. And the directions are, you know, you can tell when you take them out, they have them stacked in the order you do, but you do small to tall and just keep building it. So yes, I think your 8-year-old niece would be fine. You know, she might need some adults help here and there. And it was funny because I put the whole thing together and then I ended up with this white piece. And I'm like, oh, I think I was supposed to put that in first. So I had to take it all apart, and then I used glue dots and stuck that in because I didn't like it moving all around. And then I attached it to my backing board too, just because I didn't want it flopping around a little bit. And then you just put those in like that and bend them back, and you've got, I hate these little clip things. It hurts my fingers. Okay, so then you've got your nice frame. So yeah, kids of all ages can do this kit. So back last spring, when the annual catalog came out, they started doing these sketches. And so they've been doing them in all of the catalogs, which is great, you know, just card ideas. And throughout the book, you'll see them being used. But this is a great, if you're stumped on what can I do for my layout, you know, you can look at your template page. And what I like about this ephemera, first of all, I love saying the word ephemera. I just think it sounds mysterious. You know, people are like, well, what is that? Ephemera. So I just think it's fun. They've really improved the ephemera too. Let me tell you, it used to be so kind of cheapo, the pre-printed stuff, and now it's really on quality cardstock. The colors are vibrant. They're really nice. So they've got a nice one for Valentine's Day, which I ordered, but I haven't gotten it. I don't send that many Valentine's cards that I need a lot of I love you, but I do love the hearts and the flowers, because you can use those all year long for anybody that you're thinking of. And I have some other sets, like the Sending Love mailbox set. That was in the annual catalog. So this is going to be great for Valentine's Day. So I have sets that have the whole Valentine theme without it being a Valentine set. The one that I wanted to show you, though, is this Greetings for All. Let's see if it will, without going too far out of focus. Let me just zoom in just a smidge. Okay. So this Greetings for All, I ordered 7 packs of this because it comes with 6 sheets, so you get 3 white and 3 black. But you know, in my card classes, sometimes people say, well, I don't really want that greeting. So now I'm going to say, well, pick through my ephemera then. And the other thing is these are great for when you mail out card kits, and because we're not allowed to do the stamping for them, but these aren't pre-stamped. I mean, they're printed, but I didn't stamp them, so I can actually throw in some of these into a card kit along with some die cuts. So if somebody didn't have particular stamps, they might have the greeting, like Get Well. Not everybody has a Get Well stamp. You know what I'm saying. And here are some of those layouts from the template page, you know, in color. Oops, let me zoom back out. Sorry. Okay. So I love looking at these for inspiration. I really just get so excited when I see ideas, because then my brain goes, woo woo, I can do it. All right, so this is going to be, this is one of it coordinates with an online exclusive that I'll show you. All right, so here we go. Now, this is the With You in Mind stamp set. This is Julie Davison's $1 Million set, and I love it because I love how big the words are. They are supersized, and that means you can cover a lot of mileage, on your card. So, and then I did some catalog casing too. So I wanted to show you. So this card here, I cased from this one in the book. Let's see, should I zoom in a little bit? Let's see. Okay, so this one here, I cased from the book, this one, right here in the book. And I didn't color on the stamp with the markers. You can, and I did do that on a couple of them. But it's easy enough to just turn the stamp around. So you have, because this little cupcake stamp has almost a straight line, you can do ink the frosting and then turn it and ink the cupcake layer. Just do it carefully so you don't mix up on the line there. And and there's that happy birthday so big. So nice masculine card. And I pulled out one of my old favorites, Enjoy Your Day, because that was from that was a online exclusive that has retired, but I love it. So, and let me see, I've got a couple other samples here. So back to casing the catalog. What about that? See? So I can follow along, right? I did change it up a little. I didn't separate the best wishes, and I stamped on my die cut pieces. And I also, when I trimmed my paper, I put some white in between, but basically it is the same card. And then this is that stack and shuffle method. So there's 3 cards, and each piece, like this is the same as this piece, so I stacked 3 pieces of designer paper together and just random angle cut them and then separated them so that each piece got an orange, each piece got a purple, and each piece got a blue. And then whatever color I had in the middle here is what I did my stamping on the sentiment. And these little purple sequins are one of the celebration sequins. And then I just used a stamp from So Sincere, which is in our annual catalog. So I love casing the catalog. It makes my job of coming up with ideas a lot easier. All right, so let me find a little bucket to put my samples I've showed you. We'll move along. I love this big giant one. Look at the size of this is a note card. So a note card is a little bit smaller than our standard size cards, but look at that happy birthday takes up all that real estate. So that's another good one. All right, so then we have 2 pages stuck together. The Storybook Moments Suite. This is really cute, and I did not get the stamp set because I am going to focus on the designer paper to make my cards. So I did a YouTube last week, and I showed just making cards using ephemera that I made, my fake ephemera, and just using the designer paper to make my cards. So I didn't need a stamp set. So this designer paper is really awesome, and I will show you it up close. So I have these in a little hanging 6x6 bag because when I do my classes, I have like a wall. It's a shutter cut in half that stands up like this, so I can put my cards on the front. But I have these on hooks, so I have a little J hooks, and now people can just take it off the hook and flip through it. And I thought that was, and we can sell a designer paper now, piece by piece, as cash and carry. So when I have my scrapbooking classes, these are going to be great to showcase. Here's my DSP that you can purchase as a single page or as the whole shebang. So this one sheet in here is all of your vignette, so little pieces. So, and then I have a piece of the die cuts. So the die cuts are here. So this is 12 by 12 paper. I've cut it down to 6 by 6, and it comes with 2 sheets of the die cuts. So that's where I got all of my card samples from. These are all die cuts. This is the vignette. This is one of those I cut apart the front page, and put some of the die cuts inside. What did I do on the inside of this one? Yep, just some little ones. So I love the little mouse. I couldn't figure out where to put a saying, but I also wasn't sure how I was going to use this card because this little mouse looks like he's saying, sorry, I tracked mud in your house. So, you know, but in this case I made it a thank you, but you could save those for and use those ephemera packs that I bought a bunch of that aren't here yet, and whip out your cards. And the other DSP that comes in this suite is the Timeless Plaid. So this, I love this plaid. I've already gone through the 2 packages that we could pre-order with. So even though they're in plastic, you guys can see those pretty good. I'm looking at my screen. I think it's fine. A little, not too much glare. So lots of colors in this DSP. So this one only has a little one because I did a whole bunch of swaps with this, and that's all I had left was a half of a 6x6 of that design. And then this one I had 2 halves, so I taped them together to make it look like I had a whole sheet. And then what I did on the back is, so previously, now this is a case of work smarter, not harder, right? So in the past, I did these 6x6 samplers, or 3x6 samplers. And then I typed out all of this, the coordinating colors. Well, more work. So now that I'm doing it, I'm in these 6x6 bags with the hole to hang, I just photocopied the back of the page. So it has all my coordinating colors, the name of it, and the item number right on the package. So I didn't have to type anything. I just had to put it on my printer and make a photocopy. So this is another one that's going to hang on my board on Saturday. I'm going to have my class. I'm so excited to see my class people again. It's been so long. Okay, and the other thing in this suite that I got are these antique pearls. I haven't used them yet, but I love any kind of bling. All right, so I'm taking off my little cheat notes as we go. A sour cream container. Doesn't that bring a blast from the past? Oh my gosh, those were like the rage 10, 12 years ago. And I do love to garden, and it's tempting for me to get the gardening stamp set that goes here. It doesn't have any words in it, but I also have to think about, yes, I love to garden, and yes, I would make cards with it, but would my class members really like a garden card? And I'm not sure. Oh, these bags are from Clear Bags, and it's called a hanging bag. So this size is 6x6, and the flap opens at the bottom. I think you can see that. So I just opened it at the bottom, and it comes with this nice hole already punched for me. And then I used my label maker to name them. So I think that it's, and you know, when I'm done, when this paper is retired and I'm all through my stash, I'll just open the bottom flap, remove the pages, and rip this off and use them again. So I got 100 in the pack, and you know, I've used about 3/4 of the pack in the DSP that I've got. So I'm always trying to get, like, what is the right thing, because I do in-person classes, and it's down in my basement is my studio. So I also, if I don't bring it upstairs, I want it to be, you know, clean, and, you know, not get dusty. And so keeping it in the plastic bags can, oh, Denise, Clear Bags, that's the company. Clear Bags is where I got these. And I'll put a notation in the description of the video of the item code number, because I ordered some for 12x12 papers as well, just so that I can have, when I do my scrapbooking, if people want to order, purchase by the sheet, I can slide them into a sleeve for them. All right, so here we go. I did not get Friends of the Ocean, but I did get a swap card from my friend Lynn Barut, and she lives in Hawaii, so she always does oceany, fun, summer, sunshine type of cards. This uses the new embossing folder too, the Soft Waves embossing folder. That's really nice, and she just put some DSP behind the hole in the that she punched. I mean, it's really clever. And then did some die cutting and some pearls. And those pearls are the Sunny Days iridescent dots. So I love this card. I think it's great. And she did a little stamping inside. So yeah, this is a great swap card. I love swapping. All right. This page here has about color buddies, and it's really just some color combinations that you can use for anything really, but in this particular example they used it in the Friends of the Ocean. Floral Delight. Now I love yellow. I love yellow. I can't wear yellow too much because I had red hair, and yellow and red, you know, kind of doesn't always look good. So but now that I'm mostly gray, maybe I'll start wearing yellow again. But I do love yellow. Yellow flowers, yellow pictures, yellow cards. And so when I saw this DSP, I was all over that. And I didn't order the bundle at first because it reminded me of the daisy, the cheerful daisies. So let me show you what is it comes in this suite. I got the daffodil ribbon. It's 1/8 inch, which I like that it's small. It can tie teeny tiny bows, but you know, it's also a little hard to manage when you're trying to wrap it around a card. So if you're just putting like a little bow on a card, it's fine. But I did some that went around, and it's like it barely covered, you know, sometimes I use the ribbon to cover a seam, and it's like, that almost didn't cover the seam, but that's okay. So and this ribbon, believe it or not, is already on back order. So if you were to try to order this whole suite, the suite number will not work. I asked them if they could say, instead of saying it's unavailable, say the suite is, the ribbon is on back order from the suite. Would you like the rest of the items? So I could still use the number, but I know, and then it's a yes, no, and they would just deduct the cost of the ribbon from this price. I wish they would do that. And I talked to Brian Pilling at Stampin' Up about that, and he thought it was a good idea, but it's an IT related thing, so who knows. But anyways, here's this beautiful Floral Delight paper. Oh, I love it. So it's forsythia, and I forget what the other flower is. It looks like marigolds, and you know, it still kind of reminded me of the daisies. See, here's some daisies in there. So, and I love how they put that pool party in the background. Isn't that pretty? Or bashful blue, I guess. So these are the pages, and then I have my mini back of the catalog, and this is or back of the DSP sheet. This paper comes 12 by 12. And I love it so much. I already ordered a couple more packs. So here are some swap cards that I got. This is from my friend Laura Hutchins, and she is a new team member of mine, so I'm so excited about that. And she used the wishing part, and so the wishing dies have like a skinny and the bubble, and so it was kind of, I'm not going to lie, when you put it on the adhesive sheet, it was a little tricky to get it so that you took it off, it didn't get all stretchy and out of the place. Hi, Cindy. And so we set up my Stamparatus, and she went to town stamping it like that. So that made it a lot easier. And this is the vellum, which I did not get the vellum. I only got the DSP. So really great card. I'm so happy. And then this one came from my friend Jamie Adcock, and this is a fancy fun fold. Look at that. So she made it in boxes. So we're going to go to on stage together, and we're semi roomies, like we have last time. We had adjoining rooms, and this time I'm not sure if that will work, but we do a little crafting night amongst the 5 of us roomies. So I asked her if she would show this one, and you know, we do like a shoebox swap. So I said, I'll bring extra DSP if you want to show how to do that. I love it. And then I made this one, and I will show you a real quick tip on how to make this card. So see how this is the daisies? And you know, it looks kind of similar. So I didn't get the stamp set, but I'll probably break down and get it. So let me show you. Okay, so here's my tip on this. I had a couple tips on it. So this is a stack and shuffle card. So I have three different pieces of designer paper here from the collection here. And so whatever sheet is going to be, I layered them as what the top piece is, what I'm going to see on my card. Okay. And then I took my trimmer and I made a little map here so I wouldn't forget to show you. So if you cut this, so they are 4.5 inches long by 3 inches across is my piece of designer paper. So if I make a cut at 3 inches, and this is non-directional paper, so this will work. So if I do 3 inches, and I am going to cut it off the bottom, let's just say, and pretend that I needed it. Oh, I didn't even, oh yeah, okay, so 12 inches minus 3 is 9. All right, so I'm going to cut that at 3. So now I have a 3-inch strip. Then I'm going to cut this at 4.5 and make sure your pieces are still butted up nice and tight. Okay. And then I'm going to turn it. Let me just close this arm here. I'm going to turn them. If you lock in your thing, then you've got a little arm here that you can get things lined up nice and tight. So I'm going to cut this now at 3 inches all the way across. So by doing that, you get, because at first, if you went down and cut a 3-inch column, right, all the way to the bottom, you wouldn't be able to use this last row. So by turning the paper and cutting that 3-inch off the bottom, now I can use that last row, so I can get 2 more cards out of that. So I'm going to get 4, 8, 9, and 10, and have a 3x3 set of 3. Oh, I'm showing you. I'm looking at this, and it looks like a blank paper to you guys. Sorry. Oh my gosh. But so what you're going to be able to make 10 cards with this method if you turn the paper and cut that 3-inch strip off the bottom. And then when you, so I've got my 4x3s there. Whoops, this goes to there. Here's my 3-inch strip. So now, because it's non-directional, remember, it doesn't matter if I turned it to the side, and I'm going to cut this at 4.5 and this at 4.5. And then I'll have a 3x3. These are nice squares to save for another project. And then I have all of my pieces, and each set of 3 makes a card front. So let me show you how I cut those. I cut those at, keep them stacked together. I cut those at 3/4. One. And that leaves me with a 1.25. So I've got it like this. So here are my things. And this is what I like to do. I like to just take my piece here. So I've spread them out like that. And then I'm just going to go down my line and mix them up. And then just make sure you've given a different one to each piece, like that. And then what I did was, remind me to show you one more kit. I just saw my little note off to the side. So let me put these pieces here. So here's my card front. And then, so this piece of white is 4 3/4 by 3 1/4, or 3 1/2. 3 1/2, because I need to leave room to spread them out. So I'm going to put them on like this. This and this. Just like that. And let me grab my tape. Or let me use my glue, because my tape is empty and I don't want to. And you know what? I'm going to do this because that would be sad if I got glue on my catalog and then it all glued together. Very, very sad. All right, so I'm going to do the 2 outside pieces. And I'm eyeballing my 1/8 of an inch margin. Okay, just like that. And see how the non-directional, I don't even have to really think about it. I can just pop that down. All right, so then I have my, just like that. This is a great technique if you're doing a lot of swap cards, because you get 10 sets of cards from 3 sheets of designer paper, right? And so that would make 40 cards from your whole pack of designer paper using the same, you know, method. So each card is going to look slightly different, but in a swap, they don't expect every card to be the same, especially on a shuffle technique. So as long as the design is the same, then you're good to go. So, and then the last trick I'll show you on the daisies, because I already have some all ready to go here. I'm not gonna put the whole card together. I just wanted to show you some tips. So on this, I die cut the white. I die cut this whole piece out of Daffodil Delight, and then I cut the decoration out of Lemon Lolly. All right, and so what I did was I just took my snips and I separated these. This is Cheerful Daisies, and this is still available. This is in our annual catalog. All right, so I've just separated them. Just chop off that little knobby, like so. This is trash, and then this one. And then I'm just going to build my card by layering them and gluing them. So I've got that, and then glue it like that and build your card like so. And you end up with these pieces here. Isn't that neat? And then you're ready to decorate your card. So, and the end result is a beautiful card. And I used the happy birthday from With You in Mind. And these are the gems from the Winterly Treetop Suite in our fall mini catalog. And yeah, the stamp, this is from the Daisy set and the inside. So nice card. We're going to make this card at my card class on Saturday. And for any card people that are watching, I already put together your daisies for you. Because sometimes when you get a lot of people at a class and there's so much die cutting and gluing and everything, it gets a little hard for the older folks. And, you know, I don't want anybody to feel like they're slowing down people or get frustrated with their card. I want everybody to be happy and have success. So let me just throw this stuff out of the way here so we can go on to the next sample. So those are my tips for making that swap card, or not swap card, that card design with the shuffle method. And I actually watched Lynn Dunn did a great example of this, which gave me the idea. And then the she had a really cute one with the dinosaurs, and I got that sweet too. All right, so I'm just picking up my stuff, getting it out of the way. All right, and here we go. So I showed you all these. Oh, you know what? I didn't. Yes, I did. It's Laura Hutchins and Jamie Adcock. All right. Let me cover my glue and put away my little cheat sheet that I kept holding up, and it looks like a piece of blank paper. So I didn't get the bee trinkets on my first pre-order, but then I started seeing how small they were, and I'm like, oh, I do like those. I thought they were going to be big and chunky, and I don't need anything else making the cards big and chunky, with the postage being what it is. And see this card here? Let me just zoom that in for a minute. See how it's layered? Just like the daisy. That's why I was like, I don't know that I need the stamp set. I do like the wishing part, but you know, I also want to use what I have, and it's still current, so why not, right? All right, next are the butterflies. Woohoo, this is fun. All right, let's show you the designer paper. Beautiful bouquet. So, I like this paper, but I'm not sure that I like the bokeh side. I really like the other side. So I'm not one that likes a lot of circles on my, well, like that. I mean, it's okay, but there was a designer paper a couple years ago that was for in the winter time, and it was a bokeh winter scene one, and I couldn't use any of them that had the circles on them because I was just like, I didn't like it. So and that's the whole technique, so I'll have to revisit that, I think, at some point. Okay, so that's the designer paper. Now this paper does come 6 by 6. So this is what the actual paper looks like. And there's also these itty bitty bokeh mix, and they are itty bitty, to make shaker cards with. Or you can do like dots of glue and pick them up with your take your pick tool. But I really wanted to make a shaker card like that, and I just did not have enough time to do that before tonight. But I made some other samples. So I wanted to show you, let me show you the dies here. Here's the stamp set. I really like the font, Time to Celebrate. I like the little Time To and the big Celebrate, and it's pretty that it's narrow, but not so narrow that you can't read it. So I love that. And then you've got this beautiful butterfly, and then you have these dies too. So let me just show you how this works in the hybrid embossing folder. So I see people run it through and then die cut it again, but I'm not sure if they don't know. Oh, come on, Cindy. I don't know. We'll have to look it up. We'll have to ask Siri what bokeh means. I can't even say it. Okay, so it kind of snaps in. Not snaps in so that you can like do whatever you want to. It just kind of fits in. And then I have a piece of scrap here that I was going to show you. Let's see here. What did I do with my thing? Oh, there it is. Okay. So I'm going to put in a piece of white that is, I don't know what I did with my piece that I had all set to go, but let me just grab a new piece of white here. It's just the size of the card front of a standard card, so this it's going to be like that. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it in and I'm going to flip it after. Okay, so I've got, so I'm kind of, it's in the groove, but I'm also holding it. So I like the way that looks. So I'm just going to hold it shut and I'm going to, oh, there you go, Janet. The aesthetic quality of the blur produced in the out of focus parts of an image produced by a lens. Okay, so how do you pronounce it? Can you tell me phonetically? I'm just going to my die cutting machine and I'm just going to show how this comes out because this is truly amazing. It's a 3D hybrid embossing folder, so you have to use plate 4. So 1 and 4 is the sandwich. 1 and 4. Okay, you guys ready to be wowed? So pretty, 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 pretty. So you get the butterfly and you get the part that's stuck in my die. Okay, let me move these. All right, and then so on my card, what I did was I just took this piece and glued that down, and then I set this piece right on top of it, right? And only attach the base so my butterfly wings can be popped up. Oh, bokeh. Okay, thank you. So that's the beautiful card. And then I just cut the butterfly body out of the same paper as this and put it on top. And it's all shimmery. I don't know if you guys can see that on the camera, but I used, remember our shimmer spray that we had? I hoarded that. So I sprayed the whole thing with shimmer spray. And then I have hello and hope your day is a happy one. That's from So Sincere. But isn't that a gorgeous card? And look, it took a piece of white and a card front, card base. That's it. And the inside piece. So, and then, so when you go to attach, what you want to do is make sure you get these little guys down too. And then this is going to go right back in. Like that. So, really pretty. So let me show you some other samples that I made with this. So we got this one. Now let me show you this one. This is the die that is used to make the folded butterfly card. And they have a close-up on the next page. So let me show you that. Okay, so see how this is a note card that they aligned the the butterfly at the hinge. So I put it right at the hinge, like right there, and it didn't cut right because that it's not the top of your die. There's little, this camera will not pick them up, but there's two little lines right there on both sides. Line it up with those, your fold line, because this is what happened is, and if I did it all in white, it wouldn't have been noticeable, but because this is an old, it was an old card base set that we could buy a while ago. So because I didn't line it up right, when I folded it, I had like more white coming up at the top, and I had to use my scissors. So this is kind of a junk, but I just wanted to show you what not to do. So then I kept practicing. Here's the butterfly completely cut out. So I put both sides, I folded the paper and ran it through like that, and then you get the butterfly cut with just the hinge at the top, and that's really nice. And then I tried again on a piece of to do it with the fold. Now see, I did it right on this one. So I put my layer piece, when you do it, there's two little lines, so don't line up your fold to the top of the die. Line your your fold line, your scoring line up on with these two little lines, so it's like a smidge farther, and that will allow this part of the die, the cutting part there, to cut also on the fold line. So I hope that makes sense. But you know, this is why I practiced on one of these older cards, is because, you know, then I didn't wreck anything that I couldn't live without. Here's another one of those. This one doesn't have the shimmer spray on it or the bling all around. Got to add that. And then I couldn't stop playing with these, you guys. So this is the cut out. These are these two together. So I cut, well, I'm sorry, the blue underneath is run through the embossing fold. So this one was the hybrid embossing folder, and I cut the butterfly at the same time. And then I ran this piece through some glimmer paper. And then I ran the body through. The body is its own little die and of the same background piece. So I only attached the glimmer paper at the right on the body part, like my tape is right here. So this is, and then I have birthday wishes. This is from the Simply Said. Time to Celebrate comes from the butterfly. So simple but nice cards. And actually these are kinds of cards that are perfect for my card class, because I don't then they don't have to, I won't do the fold ones unless I do the cutting on the fold, because I don't want anybody to mess up like this. This one was really this one was really a mess. I mean, I'm like still got trim marks, but you can see where, see if you look real close, the fold, it's not going to focus right, but the fold is, it didn't cut on the right spot. All right, let me put all this back so I don't lose it. Our old glimmer paper was more like a glitter, and I got glitter sparkles everywhere from using it, but I'm using it up. I'm using my stash. I had some from the 12 by 12 sheets of glimmer paper that came with green and red, I think, a holiday one, but I didn't have enough for my card class, so I went through my stash and I found some old glimmer paper, so we're using that in my card class. So, all right, enough of the butterflies. Do you guys like that one? I love it. Let me just put my cards back where they go, so they're where I need to for my card class. So I ripped out some of my kits that I already had together. So let me put this stuff away as I go. All right, let's see. The cake, Wildflower Birthday. All right. So I did not order this right off, although I love the dies. The dies I do have. Oh, I guess I did. I didn't order it in my first round of pre-order, but I decided to get it because I got the dies, and the dies are going to stay in my collection because these are really nice numbers, nice size, nice font. I love it with the pennant too, the pocket pennant and the banner. So that's going to stay in my collection. And then the birthday ones, I really like that it has the ND, the RD, the N, so you can say third, second, fifth, you know, whatever birthday. So I like that. And I like this Make-A-Wish. I use that on the inside of a lot of the happy birthday cards. I like Happy Cake Day as well. And Hooray for You. It's just nice. It's got some nice sayings, and I like the font. And so my samples, let me show you this. This is from my friend Ann Forrestal. And let me zoom that in a little. Excuse me. So Anne took some of the gold open weave trim here that looks like it's a hair bow. And she twisted it and made the cording. I love it. And it doesn't add any bulk to it because it's that open weave ribbon. And then she's got her little flags here on the side, and her pocket she sponged around and did a nice job. So love that. This paper has all really nice color palette. I don't have any to make my little sample book with, but all the pastels, so really nice. This one is from Stephanie Alton, and this is the vellum. She made her little banners out of the vellum and then cut her happy from, let's see, what did she use? Gold foil, Wildflower Birthday Suite. So she must have used something to cut the happy, but she didn't say what it was. I don't remember. And then she embossed Cake Day. That's brave to emboss it right on the DSP. Because you know, sometimes you can hide it, which you could, but if you're putting your pennant up here, that would be hard. That's a scary thing, right? Be brave, everyone. All right, so that's our birthday celebration. We're moving right along here. I'm sorry if it goes past an hour, but it's just so fun to be with you guys. I love the samples in here too. So, all right, I did not get any on this page, and I did not get a swap with it either. So we'll just keep going. Now, Memorable Blooms. This is beautiful. And look at this awesome swap card I got. So it has this frame here that cuts out, and it has stitching on the cutout part. So you get stitching on the piece that is cut out, which I'm sure she's using for a different project, and the frame you get the stitching. So isn't that lovely? And look how pretty these are colored. So, oh, it looks like she did some casing too. Who is this? Laura Nigro, you are with me with the casing the catalog. Good job. And then look at how she fussy cut around the greeting, which I like that instead of just a straight strip. And look at this. So she put a piece of the vellum, or she stamped it on vellum, or I'm not really sure. It feels like vellum, but maybe it's not. And she stamped through the hole and cut it out. So here's the die cut. And so she did on the negative. Really lovely. Isn't that gorgeous? All right. Darling Dinos. Oh my gosh, I love this set. This is Diana Gibbs' $1 Million Stamp Set. And let me zoom back out here for you. There you go, Cindy. All right, so here we go with the Darling Dinos, and the dies are really cute. I don't have any little ones in my immediate family, but I got loads of grandnieces and nephews, so I love how these can be for boys and girls, and the little glasses are so cute, and a bow tie, and a top hat, the party hat, and the balloons. So here's a swap card that I made with this, and I used up a lot of my plaid, like I said, and I just I colored right on the designer paper. So one of the plaids, the back piece, had like the wash of orange, and so that's what I colored right. I stamped it and then colored right on it. When you stamp on your DSP though, and you're going to use blends, make sure you let your black dry well, because that way it won't smudge. Hope your birthday is dynamite. Ooh! And these are those low profile dots. Okay, I hoarded them on the order on January 7th. So I ordered a lot because they're so flat and shiny and beautiful that I can gift them without costing me a fortune to mail. And I just love that they go with everything. So I ordered 20 packages. Don't tell on me though. I've never done that before with my bling. All right, look at how cute. Look at a little eggshell coming out and some bushes, and just fun. So I meant to make more samples with this. I really want to case these cards too, because, I mean, why not, right? That's what they give us these ideas for. All right, so that was the Darling Dinos. Oh, okay. Terrific Toadstool. I did not get. I'm not a mushroom person. It's not really doing anything for me. So, and then Hugs for Love is a bundle with the punch. And I got this swap card from my friend Kathy Anderson. And she used the punch turned sideways with a different stamp. So this one is Hugs for Love. It has sending a big hug, life is better with you, happy Valentine's Day. Some lovely sayings. And there was, let me see, where's the other set that goes with it? We'll find it. And so Kathy made a flip-flop card, which I love that. You're truly a blessing. So her stamps that she picked for in here came from the other set that coordinates with the punch. And so this paper is part of our DSP paper, and so is the embossing folder. So really nice. Mini bright borders stamp set. So we'll have to, when we get to that, we will see it. All right, now I did not get either of these. I do like reversible and I love the florals, but I have to focus. I got the online exclusive one that looks very similar to the flower here. Sorry, I don't know why that was not focusing. Okay, here's that other one, bright borders. So Kathy used, see the thank you, and this little stamp here on the frame, this right here. So really nice. I kind of think this one would have been a better bundle one than the other one, but hey, you know, I don't make the rules. All right, one more year. This one is, oh my gosh, so adorable. So it's this set here, and I like sets that have puns in them. Happy birthday, another wrinkle wiser. You're how old in dog? Or you're how old? In dog years, you'd be dot, dot, dot. You'd have to do the math, depending on the age. Look at this guy. He's cute. Aging fine like cheese and wine. Oh, at least you're not as old as you'll be next year. I love it. So for samples, I've got this one here. This is a angle cut card. I think Lisa Curcio did a tutorial on that. And then the greeting is from the butterflies. And these little sequins are from Celebration. So I used a piece of glimmer paper and die cut or stamped my cake and then colored using some of the colors from the paper. So this is Celebration cut paper, and then I used my markers to color it in and fussy cut around and just popped it up in a circle. So fun card. Those wrinkles got to be good for something, right? Look at this one. This is from Gigi Cohen, a swap card. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Aging fine like cheese and wine. So she used Round We Go stamp set or for the dies. And I added a 1-inch circle punch to make them a little bigger. So, and then this is a Round We Go here, and this is the stitched shapes, stylish shapes banner. So isn't that fun, coloring it in? This is a card I'm doing in my class on Saturday. So see, the swaps are so awesome because they give you so many ideas that you can use in your own Stampin' Up! Business. So this is from Gigi. This one I made with, I had some extra from Countryside Corners. I had some extra frames and inner pieces. So I ran it through the birchwood embossing folder to texturize it, colored my little guy and fussy cut him, added some of those sequins, and this is gingham paper from the plaid. It's one of the side B's on the plaid. So at least you're not as old as you'll be next year, and I added more down in here. So this is a card that could be for a masculine or a feminine card because it's not really too blingy. Oh, I added a sequin right in the middle of the hat. Well, hi, Becky. I hope in Kentucky you're not snowed in like some of the other states got hit so badly. All right, and then I just wanted to show you, here's another, remember my Casing the Catalog card that we started with? Here's another one. And this time I did not leave the white in between. And I used the bokeh side with the dots. And I think it looks groovy. And I stamped on the designer paper because I figured I could cover it up with a banner if I messed it up. And then just colored my little doggy and used the postage dies. And this is the Celebration Bling. Cute, huh? So I put the same, I just mixed up my color on the inside. Whatever was the center one is my banner there. All right, so I think that I didn't get anything else in the catalog for the mini. So let's move on. Let me just move. I just have a couple more samples to show you. Put my samples away. All right, so now we're going to look at the Celebration. Oh, let me show you that last kit before I forget because I don't want to forget. So one of our online exclusives kit is this new kit called Perpetual Beauty Calendar Kit. This kit is so gorgeous. I actually won this in a random prize patrol at Backstage. So I just wanted to show you how beautiful. Now, many years ago, we had a perpetual calendar that you stamped the whole thing and it was like a long column. And I still have mine. I have it right on the side of my refrigerator. And so this one I'm going to use for my Stampin' Up calendar. So what it does is it shows you, so January and July, the design is the same. And, you know, I know we can mix it up. I like to just do it the way they have it, and then I don't have to really think about it. So it shows you what sticker to use. So these are all stickers, which is great. And I saw somebody did like a press and seal and used press and seal on this part and then fussy cut around, and they got to use the negative part. I'll have to try that. All right, so let me just put that down right here. Now, do you guys follow the directions, or do you just completely wing it? If you're using either paper pumpkin or a kit like this. Because I can wing it, I just choose to, you know, I get, so when I get my paper pumpkin, I was saving them because I was waiting for all the alternatives, because oh my gosh, look at that alternative, and look at that one, and that one. Well, then I never did my kit. So now I just put my kit together. It's something my mom and I do together, and it makes for a nice afternoon, and it's easy for both of us if we can just follow the directions. So actually, when I sometimes I just help her make hers, and then I'll use mine with alternatives, but most of the time I just do them together. I stamp the January ahead of time because you're going to want to, because it's a sticker, let it dry before you start smushing it around. And so my January page is done. Isn't that gorgeous? And so, you know what? I'm just going to follow the directions. And the only thing I might do is, like I said, use some press and seal and press that down and cut out the rest of this bronze or copper, and see if I can get another leaf out of it. That'd be kind of neat. I think Rachel Tessman showed that, and I have never done the press and seal method. So have any of you guys done that? I just wondered how hard it would be. So this stamp set too is a great one. It's got all the months, and so that one is good to just keep in your collection, because, you know, the months aren't going to change. They're always going to be what they are. And you get a paper pumpkin block too, and a little pretty peacock stamp or spot with it. So let me just put that. So I just wanted to show you that because I think that's like going to be missed because it's an online exclusive. So all right, so now let's do our celebration. And I put my catalog somewhere. Let me see where I put it. So this is our mini. I don't want to have like an avalanche here. Here it is. Okay, I got my pages marked on that as well. Okay. Honestly, so I've got this little kit here. This is so cute. And Janet, your niece would love this. It's so easy, and it's all rainbows, and it's really fun. So I made some samples, but then I showed, I got how easy it is to put together. So so you get your pieces, and then you just follow like the words come. And look, we can use bravo and yippee, even though they're in a different language. So you get 2 extra stamps with that. And let's see, some clouds. And all right, so I put my dimensionals on already because I wanted to show you how quick and easy this is to make. So you get your little rainbow, and the rainbows are not all the same size, and they just go on different cards. The cards are all the same size, but the rainbows are a little different. So let me see here. This is, again, I just follow the directions. So this one is the red one, and it's going to go like that. So I'm just going to peel off my backings. So I was punching out some of the aging fine, like cheese and wine pieces for my mom comes to my class, and doing that many punches is hard on her hands. So I punched some out for the older ladies that might have arthritis or something, you know. And I have got yellow dots, yellow punches of cardstock all over my room. So, yeah, it's pretty funny. All right, so now here's my tip I discovered when I was making these, because the directions said, put all your dots in the middle. Well, you got to have support on the outside. So I just added a dot, actually on the right there in the corner next to this one, and one right here next to this one. All right, so I've got my backings off. Yep, just like that. See how cute? And then you just put on your words, and I've got that. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I got it over here. I put my dimensional on that, so I'd be ready for you guys. And this one. So it is happy birthday. I already earned a couple of these kits, and I gave them to my daughter. She's a 8th grade English teacher in Maine, and she runs an art club after school. And so this is just a nice thing for the kids to do. So I gave her some kits. Whoops. So here's what you want to make sure is that your dimensional does not overlap the part that was already popped up. So come in like that. There. And then what I would do is maybe add some bling. But other than that, isn't that cute? And the envelopes are cute too. Look, little clouds. So sweet, sweet, sweet. And that, so you get everything to make 6 cards. And you get 2 extra sayings because you get bravo and yippee. You're really getting your bang for your buck. And somewhere I have the other rainbow cards. I'll find them. Oh, here they are. So here's what the other ones look like. Fun! All right. I'm glad some of you guys follow the directions too. And every once in a while I will, like on the, it's really funny because on the Christmas one, let me see if I have one. I probably don't right here. But remember the paper pumpkin that had like the cardinal just this past November, and it was a trifold? Well, it bothered me that when you opened the trifold, the part that had just the frame and then you attached the cardinal was kind of like wobbly. So I cut off the second flap and attached it so it was behind the frame, so my card wasn't a trifold anymore. It was just a book fold like that. So, all right, so let's move this out of the way so we can continue. And you get a whole sheet of dimensionals too in that kit, so it's really nice. All right, now my favorite. I am stocking up on this fruit salad. So I make some cards for an orchard that I live by, and I do fruit and vegetable cards, and they sell them at the farm stand. And when I saw this paper, I'm like, holy cow, this is going to be easy. So look at this paper is so fun. Okay, so here's a funny story. Well, I'll tell you, I have a sample pair card. I'll tell you the story then. So look at all the fun colors, bright patterns. It's just so happy. And look at this one with the watermelon rind and the seed, the fruit part on the other side. I love lemon cards. I just love them. I think it's the yellow again. And the cantaloupe. When I was a kid growing up, I couldn't stand the way cantaloupe smelled. I would not eat it. But now as an adult, it doesn't bother me. Isn't that funny? A kiwi. I have the kiwi set. The pomegranate set. Remember the pomegranate stamp set that we got in Celebration a couple of years ago that everybody was giving it away because nobody knew what to do with pomegranate stamp set. Okay, so here's some samples I made. This is a fruit card, and I did it as a easel card. And then I just did Make a Wish on the inside. And my lemons. This is the citrus stamp set and the lemon punch from way back. And then this, so I opened up my citrus set and I had some pieces already cut that I tucked in the box. So, and I had the saying, so this card came together really easily. And again, there's my Make a Wish. Okay, so here's my pear card. Here's those low profile dots. The yellow daffodil ribbon. And this pear is from Penciled Pear. And I just fussy cut and stamped it and cut off this leaf and cut off the shadow. And so what I did was I stamped it in Granny Apple Green, and then I went over it with my blending markers in soft seafoam because it was too much white. And that matched the soft seafoam in there. So it was really a nice tie-in. It paired perfectly. Okay, so here's my funny story. My daughter got married in September. Her husband's last name is Pearman. Pearman. And it's pronounced Pearman, but it's spelled Pearman. So now the joke was like there's a Pearman and a Pearwoman. So I did all their thank you notes using the penciled pear, and I had watercolored them, and they came out fantastic. And then I did their table, what do you call the place card holders with the penciled pear set with the long row of pears. So really getting into the pear theme. And then I get these cards on this paper. So it's like, oh, now my son-in-law's birthday is coming up in early February. So I think he's going to get a birthday card with pears on it. So, yeah, I love. And then here's a banana card and strawberries. Again, these were already, I have the punch, I stamped those, but these other pieces were already die cut in my thing, in my box. So I don't ever give away like my fruit or my animal stuff because I always use those. And this is a swap card. This is from Tracy Dotchison, and she did a split, cut the designer paper and just separate them out so they still line up, but there's like a little interest in between. And that hello is from the butterfly. I'm here in case you need me. I'm here. Isn't that nice? All right, so those are the fruit samples from fruit salad. I'm going to be stocking up on that paper, guys. And I did not get any stamp sets or the embossing folder because the only thing I got from Celebration was I got a couple kits. I got a bunch of the fruit salad. I did not get any of these. And I did get this Bloom Impressions paper. Really bright colors. And yeah, it's busy, but if you use it in strips, it's not bad at all. And the back side is gorgeous. Look at the sky. I mean, you can use that for sky. The butterfly would look nice with this. And the other one is, let me think, layering. No, it's not Unbounded Love, but it went with that sweet, and it had Flowers of Beauty. Okay, so Flowers of Beauty has really skinny die cuts, and that would look great with this paper because it's got the small florals and the sprigs. So I'll have to give that one a try. And then the sample card I already showed you guys. There's this paper here is from this one, and this paper here is from there. See, that's busy, but look at, it's next to a plain and next to white, and so it just jazzes the card up but doesn't overpower the card, don't you think? All right, so that's the celebration. There's still more. Oh, and I did get the gems, the sequins here, and I got quite a few packs, because you know, white. It's white with some holographic like pinks and purples, but that's the kind of stuff that changes. The two bottom rows kind of change color depending on what you put it on, and then these are pretty vibrant, dark, and this is a definite fresh freesia, but this bottom row kind of changes depending on what you're putting it with. And then I did earn this stamp set. I didn't make any samples yet. I just wish their samples, I've seen some gorgeous ones on Pinterest and on YouTube, but I wish the samples here were more Valentine-y, because I think this would be a great set, and they don't really have anything for Valentine's in the current catalog. They only had the one online exclusive. All right, and then oh, the Corner in Bloom. So these two are the free with $120 purchase, and all the other ones are free with a $60 purchase. So not too bad. And then there's the Join special this month, or in celebration until the end of February. So you can have 2 sets of markers of your choice, and these are $35 a piece, and a stamp set, which is really nice. And I still use my Stampin' Write a lot. They are great for any kind of small area stamp or coloring in. The Dino card, actually, I used the Stampin' Write markers. Let me see where that is. The darling Dino card, where'd you go? Oh, and I used them on this here too. So I colored in, and I used my Stampin' Write marker, because if you use your blends, it blends. Get it? Let me see here. Where's my, oh, here it is. So these little, like the little toenails, the horns, and even these little spots, I used the marker, and then the rest I did the blends. So I still use the markers, and you can use them to color right on your stamps too, and using, and then you know, color in different pieces with it. I used to do that a lot, and that changed. So anyways, the option 1 gives you these additional products plus what you've already selected out, and for only $99. So that's an additional $91 value over the $125 in products that you buy, or that you've selected, a free paper pumpkin kit, and free shipping. And then option 2 is an additional $30 in products. So you'd have $155 of products of your choice for $99. Either way, it's a great deal. If you already have the markers, then pick the $30. What's nice about the $30 one is it allows you to get the stamp cut and emboss machine in your starter kit, because it's how much is it? $130. Yeah, it's $130, so you can't get it with the $125 because you're not allowed to go over. So if you are new and you want to get the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine in your starter kit, normally it'd be $130. You'd pay only $99, and you'd still have money to spend. Oh, and don't forget, you guys, this is during celebration, in teeny tiny print here, there's, with a $300 order, It can be your own order. It can be a party order, you know, orders combined. On one order, you can, if it goes over 300, you get to choose an additional $30 of products. So don't remember, double check your Stampin' Rewards, because I know they had some problems. I think they had them resolved. I didn't actually even double check mine, but I need to make sure that they got added on. Some people's it didn't get added on, and then Stampin' Up has to send them a coupon. And so I think that, oh, and then let's see here. Here's another online exclusive that just came out, the Brights Everyday Skies. This goes with the Arches. I'll have to show the online exclusives another time. I don't have many of them, but I did like this paper because I have the airplane. That awesome adventurous sky with the airplanes. So this is going to be great paper to use for that. And you know what? I used one of these for the dinosaur. I was trying to remember where I cut it from. So it will be on the back of one of these here. Sorry. Moody Mauve. We know who loves that. So I think I stamped it right on this and colored it in. So I only had to color the spots and the hair, or I call it like the, you know, the frou-frou behind. It makes me think of Cher and her headdress that she wore that one time. Oh my gosh. And let me see what else I have. Oh, and then I have these mixed florals are also a new online. This had a set of dies with it, which I guess I didn't realize. I didn't buy the dies. But as soon as I saw this, I knew I wanted it for watercoloring. So I was busy watercoloring some swap cards. And I did a YouTube video on some techniques in it. This one got a little dark. That might have to go in the reject pile. And then my tulips, and they all have Wink of Stella on them. So I showed the difference between using colored pencils and using water and ink refills. So just two different, I think it's cleaner with the watercoloring pencils, but watercolor itself is not supposed to be clean. So, you know. And then the Happy Hibiscus is another one. And I have some samples of that here. I'll just run through my online exclusive samples really quick. These are the ones that came out in November. The online, the otter. I got some otter ones. And these I've shown before, but I just want to, the online exclusives, you know, they're so awesome and fun, but I feel like it's really hard for us demonstrators to keep reminding people about them. So, because my people I see in person, so they're handed a catalog and we thumb through the catalog together. And if they go home and go online, that's fine, but it's really, it's hard to keep these in the forefront, I guess. I like this one though, huh? And then here's some Happy Hibiscus cards. I was so happy I got some of these as a swap. I love this, any of the hybrid embossing. It's the same thing. It cuts and embosses. So this was my swap card for that. I did on the basic beige, and then I ran it. This is just the straight embossing, and then I ran the hybrid on white. And I stamped them first, and then I cut them out on the hybrid, I think. It was a while ago since I made that. But I love this little hash, the hash stamp there for texture. And then this shows what it looks like. I got it still in my stamp case, but you can see it. What it looks like just on Petal Pink, just running through. It's gorgeous. And then here's the Perfectly Paired. So cute. More Happy Hibiscus. And then a couple more hearts. And they had designer paper on the clearance rack, the almost adored or adoringly, something adored. And it was last year's celebration or mini, and it was very similar to this new paper. It had more pinks in it, I think, and very similar. So I have some of that kicking around, so I'll probably make a couple of my I'll probably do a couple of my samples with that. And then here's my low profile dots. Bye, Cindy. Thanks for coming on. And you gave me some pear fruit icons. That's cute. All right. Well, I think I showed everything. Let me come back. I think I showed everything. And I know it was a long video, but it's so fun to show the swap cards. You know, that's how I get inspired, and I hope that I inspired some of you as well. And next week I won't be here on Thursday, but hopefully I might be able to jump on Wednesday. I'm not sure yet. But anyways, oh, look at you, Janet. I hope so. But put them, share them in. I have a Backyard Stamper Craft Along Facebook page. So feel free to share your cards on that. So far, I'm the only one sharing, so I'd really love it if somebody else shared. So, and I don't know if it's marked as a private group, but, or is it a public group? I can't remember. I think I can't remember, but I know you have to just answer a couple questions to get in. It's just like, are you a demonstrator? Which you don't have to be, but it's just, I was just curious. And do you use, you know, Stampin' Up! Products? So that was my question. So just to kind of hopefully weed out any weirdos that come into Facebook sometimes. So anyways, I hope you guys have a great night, a nice weekend. And it's going to be busy for me because I have my card class of afternoon. I have morning and afternoon sessions twice a month. So this Saturday is my first one for the new year. So I'll be on Facebook Live tomorrow night, basically doing the same show, because I haven't figured out how to stream it to both at the same time. And I know I can just record it and do it, which is fine too. But I like being live. It's fun to interact with people. So if you see the posting for that, it is going to be kind of the same thing. So if you don't want to sit through it twice, I totally understand. All right. So have a great night, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and share it. Help me grow my channel. I'm really trying hard to get to 1,000 viewers. So it's always that first it was like the 100 viewers, then it was, you know, a couple hundred, and I'm just under 500 now, so I'm really hoping to get to 1,000, and then hopefully my channel just kind of grows from there. So thank you. Have a great night, everyone.